All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever happened to Macklemore? That's the question of the day. What happened to him? Like he. I don't want to say he stole all them Grammys, but he had that crazy 2014 with those Can't Hold Us and Thrift Shop. Them the only two songs I know by Macklemore, and never heard from him again. He won all them Grammys, made all that money, had that crazy year, and just disappeared. But anyway, that's not who we here to talk about. We here to talk about Dire Straits. And that's the name of the new band that we are learning about today. I love the name. Love the name. Y'all know that's part of the test on whether or not I think the band name is so important. It tells you a lot about the band itself, even if you don't know anything about them. And just from a marketability standpoint, is really important. I really like Dire Straits, but because this is our first reaction, we got to do some research. Dire Straits were a British rock band formed in London in 1977 by Mark Knopfler. I hope I said that right. Lead vocals and lead guitar. David Knopfler, rhythm, guitar, and backing vocals. John Isley or Ilsley. No, it's not Isley. Not like the Isleys, brother. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Ilsley, bass, guitar, and backing vocals, and Pick Withers, drums and percussion. They were active from 77 to 88, and again from 90 to 95. Classified as roots rock, blues rock, pub rock. That's a first. Pub rock. Pub rock is a subgenre of rock music that emerged in the mid 1970s in the United Kingdom, which incorporated roots rock. Pub rock was a reaction against the expensively recorded and produced progressive rock and flashy glam rock scenes at the time. Although short-lived, pub rock was played live in small traditional venues like pubs and clubs. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So rooted in roots rock, it has a just a more raw and unmixed sound. I'm gonna assume that's really what they mean by overly recorded. That's what I'll take that to mean. Okay. Signed to Mercury and Warner Brothers. All right. Their commercially successful album Brothers in Arms, released in '85, has sold more than 30 million copies. It was the first to sell 1 million copies on a compact disc, and is the 8th best-selling album in the UK. Oh, wow. All right. Dire Straits were called the biggest British rock band of the 80s. Oh, wow. Okay, so we dealing with legends. Their final world tour from 91 to 1992 sold 7.1 million tickets. They've won 4 Grammys, 3 Brits, 2 VMAs, and various other awards. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018, they've sold between 100 and 120 million units worldwide, making them one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Oh, wow. Okay, so we dealing with legends. So, based off of that summary and those accomplishments, I'm expecting big things. So, I'm buckled up. I'm ready. Dire Straits. This is Money for Nothing. That's the name of the song. It's the official music video. We got some visuals. We'll do song research afterwards. But let's get into this, man. Let's go.
That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Now that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Let me tell you, damn guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. It's a little faggot with an earring and the makeup. Yeah, buddy, that's his own hair. The little faggot got his own jet airplane. The little faggot, he's a millionaire. We got to install microwave ovens.
Oh my god. He said it twice. He said it twice. Oh. Yo. It caught me off guard the first time. I was like, whoa. Where did that come from? He said it again. He said it again. Hey, look. Putting things in its proper perspective. I understand the 80s, completely different time. You know, again, you can't even say, like, when you say somebody said the F word nowadays, they ain't even talking about F-U-C-K. They usually talking about this word. That's how much this word has, like, become, like, a no-no for everybody. So, this the 80s, I get it. This is definitely in the 80s run. I mean, this screams the 80s. This whole video. And just the colors and everything. Now, the lyrics at first, and I'm still starting to get it. Money for nothing. I see the guys working in the music video, and then the words along with it. Now this where he at right now. You know, the faggot with the earrings and the makeup. I gotta hear this part. I gotta hear what he's referring to right now. But man, that caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. This definitely sounds. It sounds, looks, everything 80s. It almost reminds me, from a sonic standpoint, just how it sonically sounds. It gives me a little bit of Van Halen, a little bit. At least that guitar does. But yeah. Oh boy, they gonna be fun. I could tell that. Whoa.
We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Move on, move on. learn to play them drums. Look at that mama, she got it sticking in the cameraman. And we could have some. And he's up there. What's that? Hawaiian noises. He's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing, get your chicks for free. We got to install microwave oven, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Listen here, now, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. What's that? For nothing and your chicks for free. Look at that, look at that.
Okay, I like that. That was fun. That was fun right there. So it's pretty self-evident. I think this is the root of the conversation is something that everybody says, even with YouTube and just anything. Look at them people making money doing nothing. For one, I just would like to say, as a fellow YouTuber who's been doing this for a while, especially if you're doing music and movie reactions, you don't make no money. I just want to throw that out there. So don't think, oh, these YouTubers, they making money doing nothing. Some of them. But if you're doing this, trust me, it ain't no money. I just want to throw that out there. But, man, yeah, so the premise of the song, I got it. Hard-working men working 9 to 5s, constructions, factories, whatever, doing quote-unquote real work. I shouldn't say quote-unquote. Doing work, kind of just looking down on the entertainment world, specifically musicians, and saying, wow, look at those guys. They play instruments, they sing songs, and make millions of dollars, and all the women want them. Meanwhile, I'm busting my butt in the factory or busting my butt doing whatever. And, you know, I'm doing real work. So, yeah. But I love how they did it in a fun way. Kind of mocking it and making fun of it, considering that they were, according to what I just read, they were the biggest group of the 80s. In the UK, the fact, so they kind of like just mocking people who say that about them, and it almost seemed like they were mocking themselves as well. Like they were almost kind of like, yeah, like that's exactly what was that's exactly what it is. We make money doing nothing. You see us on MTV. We get the women for free. We get the money doing nothing. You know, like it almost, at least how I viewed it based off of the music video. Nothing to scream about vocally or instrumentation wise. It was a fun song. You could tell this was probably something that was on the radio a lot, but nothing to really, shout about vocally or instrumentation wise. But it was just a good song, a good fun song that I'm sure a lot of kids enjoyed. This is one of them songs where it clearly isn't aimed at women, and I always tell y'all, hit records, as long as you get the kids or the women, you good. This definitely seemed like a song. Now I don't know, because they say a lot of words, but again, the 80s, different time. I'm sure that probably, y'all let me know, did that play on the radio? Did they let them say those words on the radio? Because I'm gonna assume. Let's look it up real quick. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. I want to know if this was on the radio. Vertigo Records. Second single from their 5th album, Brothers in Arms. The groundbreaking video was the first to be aired on MTV Europe when the network launched on August 1st, 1987. Oh, wow. Wow, that's such a cheat code. For a song that was 2 years old? See, that's the thing, man. Music back then lasted so much longer. Like, now, everything is so microwavable. Like, things are kind of just here and then they just disappear. Like, if you had told me the NBA Finals was, like, last week, I would have slapped you upside the head. But that's just how quick everything is. Like, the fact that this song was 2 years old and they used it to debut the Europe branch of MTV, that's insane. It was their most commercially successful single, peaking at number 1 for 3 weeks in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and Top Rock Tracks, and number 4 in the U.K. It won a Grammy in '86 for Best Rock Performance by a Duo or Group, and was nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. It received 11 nominations at the 1986 MTV VMAs and won Video of the Year and Best Group Video. Oh, wow. So this is like the song for them. Like, this is the one. It went platinum in the UK, gold in Canada. It don't have US certifications. Yeah, man. This is one of those. It's nothing to run home about. From a critically standpoint, but again, just hearing it, I knew immediately. I was like, okay, this is not one of those that I'm gonna have to deep dive and do a real analytical thing. This is it was fun. I could tell this was just a fun record that played a lot on the radio. It definitely was the radio single. And I mean, just looking at the video, I gotta put it in its proper perspective. The video, I'm trying to remember what cartoon it reminded me of. It reminded me of a cartoon. And not just because it's in cartoon form, but I mean, it legit reminded me of a cartoon, but I can't think of it. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I put it in its proper perspective. The faggot. I'm sorry, that's just one of those words, man. As somebody who was raised on like 90s and early 2000s comedy where it was used a lot, it's just still one of those words that just, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, good song. Again, I gotta hear more. I gotta hear more of their music in order to call myself a fan. But good song, good fun song. I completely understand why it was a hit, and I did enjoy it. So y'all gotta let me hear some more, man. I definitely want to hear more from Dire Straits. And look, to be called the biggest band of the 80s, I mean, being called the biggest anything of any time, it's a big deal. So I gotta hear and see why they were the best of the 80s. We won for one. I see they had a number 1 hit and, won a lot of awards with this. So I gotta hear, is it any other songs that had or amounted to the same success as this? Y'all gotta let me know. So request it and recommend it, and I'm gonna check it out. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with Dire Straits. Peace.